I went to see Joker in theaters, and one of the previews was a trailer for Birds of Prey, and my god, does it look horrible. Now, I understand it's risky business saying anything negative about DC because those fans tend to give a lot of death threats to people that say anything critical about it. I am a DC fan. I feel like that's pretty obvious if you look at all the other videos on my channel that are comic related. They're mostly about DC because I love it so much. So, I don't know. If you want to freak out about this, I understand. But on the other hand, this movie looks absolutely fucking awful. One, it really feels like this is just the Harley Quinn show. I feel like Suicide Squad happened, and the only character people really attached to, well, besides Captain Boomerang, because I actually liked him, was Harley. And so DC Cinematic Universe just wants to milk her dry. Probably shouldn't use that phrasing for a woman. That was actually a little bit creepy. I apologize. So it just feels like we're getting Harley in everything and focusing on her because she's the moneymaker for DC. And it does not feel like a Birds of Prey movie. It feels like Harley Quinn and, oh, hey, we're gonna shove in some other characters, I guess. Even look at the marketing so far. If you told me this was actually just a Harley Quinn movie, I would not be shocked. If I went into the theater to see this movie in 2020, and all the other Birds of Prey members die, and it's just Harley for 95% of the movie, I would not be shocked. At all. Have you ever watched a trailer and just cringed? I know that's a popular thing to say, oh, cringe, and it's something very juvenile, we say, and typically you see it with adolescents saying, oh, this is cringeworthy, and so on and so forth. I actually watched that trailer and cringed. Do you know how hard it is to make me cringe? When you make a cringy person cringe, is that like God tier level ability? I don't know. And maybe it's because I'm a bit sick of Harley. She is just everywhere, and it's like DC was jumping on her even outside of the movies, pushing comics and animated series and all that. I'm so sick of Harley. I'm so sick of people cosplaying as Harley. And this is someone that loves Batman and Batman's own little rogue gallery. I'm obsessed with Batman, okay? Across from me is a full Batman statue. I have a lot of Batman clothing. I have a lot of Joker clothing. I even have a lot of Harley Quinn clothing. It's become too much. DC, it's time to stop. It's time to stop. And I don't know if it's just the lady who plays Margot Robbie, I believe is her name, who plays it, because I normally like her. She's a beautiful, talented, smart woman. She's done a few things I don't like, but that's more so something that I should not get into in this video because I don't want to turn this into a sexist thing. I don't like the way she's treated some of her male co-stars, I guess is my thing with that. But that doesn't really matter. I don't judge her based on that. Well, I do, but not her acting ability and her portrayal of Harley. I still watch movies she's in. I just don't necessarily like the things she's done to co-stars that are men. But just watching that trailer, it didn't look badass to me. It didn't look cool. It just seemed like the same old over-the-top Harley that they're trying to push. Oh, she's so crazy. She's so out there. What is she going to do? And I think it's made worse because now that I've seen the Joker movie that just came out and they did his origin story so well and they did the Joker just exceptionally well, I now look at Harley and it's just a caricature. DC, you can't make a movie that shows you can make a really amazing villain and make him very gritty and realistic and make it plausible that he is that off the hook. And then have this version of a villain, which is just so absurd and stupid. And I love absurd and stupid, don't get me wrong. I am a huge fan of B movies, and I do understand that the Harley and Joker are absurdist level. But this is like the, kids that are, oh, lol, I'm so random. It feels like that. It's not fun absurd. It's not, I'm crazy and could do anything. It's, hey, fellow kids, look how crazy I am. Whoa. Sometimes I just say things and I'm like, so random. Oh my gosh, I'm just so weird. That's what it feels like. And I hate it. And maybe that's just me personally, because even Deadpool, what he became, where it just was this fourth wall breaking, memified character. I liked the two Deadpool movies. I just didn't like them as much as everyone else did. So maybe this just is not my thing. I'm not their target demographic, even though I absolutely love anything DC related. So I don't know. Maybe DC is just trying really hard to hit all the different markets. So the Joker film is for people that want a more realistic look at the creation of a supervillain, and then Birds of Prey and Suicide Squad is if you just want off the wall, just fucking crazy shit and bang, bang, boom, boom. Each has its own place. And that's fine. I'm 100% fine with that. But I think Birds of Prey looks like absolute trash. So is Jared Leto out now permanently? It kind of made it sound like that with the falling out Jared Leto had with DC over them not using as much footage and people really hating his Joker. And then with Harley in the trailer kind of saying they shouldn't fear Mr. J and they should fear me, and it's her freedom from him is the little fucking subtitle of it. So I guess that's good news, that we're not getting Jared Leto's Joker back, which was just so awful. Although, funny enough, if you watch the newest Joker movie that just came out in theaters, imagine that Joker with this Harley. I think that would be hysterical. So yeah, I know they're gonna start pumping out other films, Robert Pattinson as a Batman, and they're just doing different, I guess you could say, Earths, the multiverse of different realities of, oh, this Batman here is this actor, and on this Earth is it, and that's cool, that's fine. I enjoy stories that are set with different Supermen and Batmen and, all that stuff. I'm down for it. So I guess I hope that if they're going to be putting out all these movies and maybe deciding not to connect them into a bigger DC cinematic universe anymore, that they do keep the variety so we get films like The Joker, and then we can have films like Birds of Prey for people that want that stuff. And yeah, I'm gonna force myself to see Birds of Prey, and I'm really hoping, I'm gonna try to not go in it being negative, because right now, if I went into it, I'd be very negative, but I have almost zero hope for this being a good film, and it just not being the Harley Quinn show, and being so absurdly over the top in a cringe, lol, random way. You know what does look amazing about the trailer, though? Ewan McGregor just seems to be chewing the scenery and having the best time ever. So I'm actually really looking forward to his portrayal in the film. I think that'll be worth it just to see Ewan McGregor having a swell old time. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they're just focusing heavily on Harley Quinn so that they can get people in to see the movie because they realize, okay, people probably don't care about the other Birds of Prey, so let's focus in on Harley, get them into the theater, and then we'll make them care about the other characters. But let's be honest, that's absolutely not going to happen. Do you ever think they're gonna retitle Suicide Squad, The Origins of Harley Quinn, and then this film, Birds of Prey, Harley Quinn, the sequel, Birds of Prey? I feel like they should at this point. It'd probably be a little bit more honest of marketing. So. Also, I think the thing about Harley Quinn that DC really likes is it's very good for merchandising, because a lot of younger ladies who feel like they're super quirky and rebellious like to buy the Harley Quinn stuff and wear it, and you know, I'm guilty of it too. I have a lot of Harley Quinn stuff. I'm not saying that. I guess I'm not a younger woman though, but you get what I'm saying. They make a shitload of money off of merchandising for Harley Quinn, so it's another reason to push it. But, you know, maybe you think I'm wrong. Maybe you think this film looks like it's going to be an absolute masterpiece. And how dare I say anything against DC? And you know where I live, and if you don't, you're gonna find me. Like, subscribe, and let me know in the comment section down below. Thanks! I guess in the divorce, Harley got the hyenas. They always listen to her anyway, so I guess it makes sense.